I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm fucking him up. Yeah. I'm fucking him.
This is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ.
Chaos broke out as Shakur Stevenson slapped Teofimo Lopez during their press conference after heated exchanges. Lopez stayed composed, while Stevenson's frustration showed. The moment highlighted Lopez's focus and mental toughness, clearly showing who the real fighter is.
Talk about. Shut me up.
Shakur,
shut me up.
Real quick, Shakur.
I'm right here. Shut me up. Shut me up.
Teofimo Lopez shows his strategic mindset and confidence, calmly explaining how he plans to control the fight from the opening rounds. While Shakur Stevenson relies on flashy tactics, Lopez's focus on pacing, stamina, and ring IQ proves he's ready for the 140 pounds challenge, showing why he remains a serious threat.
It really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. You know, I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time.
Duke McKenzie's reaction shows the shock after Shakur Stevenson slapped Teofimo Lopez at the press conference. While some may question Stevenson's skills, the moment revealed a lack of respect and discipline, leaving fans and analysts doubting his maturity. Teofimo Lopez stayed composed, reinforcing his image as a focused, professional fighter who doesn't let provocations affect him. The incident highlighted the contrasting mindsets of the two fighters before the bout.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do or most sort of fans do.
Simon Jordan notes that confrontations aren't new in boxing, but Shakur Stevenson's slap shocked everyone due to the public stage. Unlike typical trash talk or minor incidents, this crossed into physical disrespect, grabbing immediate attention. Teofimo Lopez responded with restraint, showing that mental composure matters as much as physical skill. Fans and experts saw this as a defining moment that set the tone for the upcoming fight and highlighted Stevenson's volatility.
Smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
The slap immediately divided opinions, with some calling it unnecessary and unprofessional, while others said it added hype to the fight. Shakur Stevenson made headlines overnight, but Teofimo Lopez's calm response earned respect from the boxing community. The incident forced fans to take sides, separating fighters who rely on skill and composure from those seeking attention, and showed that Stevenson's unpredictability could shape the storyline leading into the clash.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
The slap made it clear that anything can happen once these two enter the public spotlight. Plans and predictions may no longer hold when emotions flare. Shakur Stevenson's impulsive act showed he can lose composure, while Teofimo Lopez proved he can stay calm under provocation. Fans now see that fight night will be shaped not just by skill, but also by mindset and temperament, making the bout more unpredictable and thrilling.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of...
Eddie Hearn notes that while Shakur Stevenson is highly skilled, the slap incident raises doubts about his discipline and professionalism. Fans now debate whether his in-ring IQ will hold under pressure or if impulsiveness could backfire. Teofimo Lopez, known for his athleticism and strategy, gains an edge by staying focused despite provocations. The incident highlights the tension between raw talent and emotional control, suggesting composure may be as decisive as skill in the upcoming fight.
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with the Terrence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite...
Johnny Nelson's remarks after the slap suggest that both mental and physical readiness are now under scrutiny. Shakur Stevenson's public outburst hints at emotional volatility that could affect stamina and timing in the ring. Teofimo Lopez stayed composed, showing that preparation and strategy outweigh momentary theatrics. Fans now view Lopez not just as skilled, but as someone who can handle chaos and maintain control, turning Stevenson's impulsiveness into a potential advantage.
And I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone. And if I've got it wrong.
Shakur Stevenson tries to justify the slap as a way to test himself against Teofimo Lopez. While he calls it motivation, the act clearly crossed into disrespect, showing impulsiveness and a lack of professional restraint. Lopez, in contrast, remained calm and composed, reinforcing his status as a focused and disciplined fighter. Analysts and fans note that staying mentally tough under provocation is crucial, and Lopez's measured response makes him appear far more prepared and strategic than Stevenson's emotional outburst.
I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level. And I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough session. So
Timothy Bradley Jr. points out that the slap isn't just a PR stunt, it shows Stevenson's unpredictable temperament. Studying Teofimo Lopez's speed and athleticism, he warns that Stevenson faces a fighter who can exploit any lapse in focus. Lopez's calm response demonstrates mental toughness few opponents have. The boxing community sees this as a key lesson: physical skill alone won't win. Stevenson's impulsiveness may now play directly into Lopez's hands, giving the young champion a psychological edge.
It's not going to be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. Nope, it ain't going to be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look.
Raleigh Romero acknowledges Stevenson's skill and boxing IQ, but the slap overshadowed much of his professional image. A fighter can be technically brilliant yet undone by emotional lapses, raising questions about Stevenson's composure under pressure. Teofimo Lopez, despite public provocation, stayed calm, showing mental fortitude and strategic maturity. Analysts note that a fighter who remains focused amid distractions gains an unseen edge, and Lopez's ability to manage aggression suggests he can exploit Stevenson's impulsiveness when it matters most in the ring.
Shakur is an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and Shakur coming out with it's gonna be a good fight. I like to see it.
Eddie Hearn's perspective mirrors Teofimo Lopez's approach. Just as Anthony Joshua rarely loses composure, Lopez stayed calm after Shakur Stevenson's slap, showing professionalism and mental toughness that set elite fighters apart. The incident highlighted the line between calculated showmanship and reckless behavior, which Stevenson crossed. Fans and commentators now see how mental discipline affects outcomes, as Lopez's restraint preserves his image while applying psychological pressure on Stevenson. This confrontation shows that fights are as much about controlling emotions and mind games as they are about punches, strategy, and preparation.
The push was, listen, we've seen worse, you know what I mean? But lively. And what followed actually was one of the few times that I've seen Anthony Joshua unravel, if you like. Because normally he's very composed, but you can't be composed when a man's talking.
Keyshawn Davis highlights the high stakes of this fight, putting Shakur Stevenson's slap into context. The incident shows Stevenson underestimating the intensity and respect required at the professional level. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, knows exactly who he's facing, combining skill with composure. Their history, as amateurs and pros, shows Lopez is mentally ready for any antics Stevenson throws. Analysts note that emotional reactions rarely succeed against a focused opponent, and Lopez's ability to absorb and respond strategically keeps him the dominant, composed presence heading into this highly anticipated matchup.
These dudes very well. Shakur had talked about this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, cool. You know this nigga can fight, right? Cool, like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know what's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other. So
Amir Khan explains just how dangerous Teofimo Lopez can be when fully engaged. Shakur Stevenson's slap only highlighted the intensity Lopez brings. Having faced top opponents like Lomachenko, he has shown the ability to adjust and dominate. Unlike Stevenson, who relies on flair and can lose composure, Lopez combines technical precision with raw power, making him formidable. Analysts and fans see the slap as a mental test Lopez passed effortlessly, proving he won't be rattled by pre-fight antics. His ability to elevate under pressure sets him apart, and those who underestimate his adaptability risk being outclassed in skill and strategy. The moment reinforces that while Stevenson is skilled, Lopez's experience, mental toughness, and ability to rise to challenges make him the clear favorite when tempers flare.
The fight between Stevenson and Lopez, what a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him, I've heard him on the pod, he bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez, he's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names.
Eddie Atlas highlights the electrifying potential of this matchup. The slap incident sets the stage for drama but also reveals a psychological battle, with Lopez showing superior control. Stevenson's outburst could be costly, as composure often dictates ring control. Analysts note that while both are technically skilled, Lopez's experience and calm under pressure give him a strategic edge. This clash promises a technical chess match with raw energy, and fans expect explosive moments. Lopez has shown he can handle provocation, absorb pressure, and punish mistakes. Stevenson's bravado will be tested, and while talented, Lopez's tactical acumen, timing, and mental strength are likely to dominate when it matters most, especially in the high-stakes environment foreshadowed by the press conference.
I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I can see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will
Conor Benn's analysis highlights the complexity of this matchup, especially after the slap exposed Stevenson's unpredictable temperament. While Stevenson is highly ranked pound for pound, Lopez's ability to handle physical and psychological pressure is significant. The press conference slap showed Stevenson may underestimate the consequences of impulsive actions. Lopez, in contrast, has repeatedly adapted mid-fight and maintained strategic focus despite provocations. Analysts argue that success will depend not just on technical skill but also on mental resilience, where Lopez holds the edge. Ben also points to Stevenson's arrogance, a mindset Lopez can exploit. Fans see this as a defining moment where composure versus ego will shape the bout. Lopez's experience against elite opponents like Lomachenko gives him a blueprint to neutralize Stevenson's aggression while capitalizing on lapses in judgment.
I'm back in Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. It's not in a war. I won't get it for work.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Conor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just insulted he thinks he can come up to my weight and feel like he can just make it easy work. Or come up to my weight then. I don't not like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's funny looking as well.
Lamont Roach offered his prediction for the upcoming Stevenson versus Lopez showdown on the Ring Champs podcast, clearly favoring Stevenson as the probable victor. He pointed out that Stevenson's high ring IQ and strategic approach could present significant challenges that Lopez may struggle to overcome.
Lamont Roach shared his prediction for the Stevenson versus Lopez showdown on the Ring Champs podcast, clearly favoring Stevenson as the likely winner. He noted that Stevenson's high ring IQ and strategic approach could pose challenges that Lopez may find difficult to overcome.
Mental lapses every once in a while. Look at the Kambosos fight. Like, that's a fight that people would never expect Kambosos to win. And he won a grueling match against him as well. So I just, I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like because it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to rough.
Conor Benn emphasizes that despite Stevenson's higher pound-for-pound ranking, Lopez holds the crucial mental edge and fight intelligence needed to succeed. The slap incident highlights Stevenson's tendency to let emotions drive his actions, which a disciplined fighter like Lopez can exploit. While Stevenson's confidence and skill are undeniable, Ben notes that Lopez's adaptability, composure, and ability to read opponents in real time give him a superior platform to win. Analysts stress that physical power alone won't secure victory. Managing pressure, handling provocations, and executing strategy are equally vital. Lopez has consistently shown he can rise to challenges and stay composed when others falter. The press conference slap, rather than destabilizing him, exposed Stevenson's vulnerability. Fans and experts now see Lopez's calm, focused, and experienced approach as making him the favorite, with Stevenson's impulsiveness adding extra risk in this high-stakes matchup.
I'm back at Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. It's not in a war. I won't hear it.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you dismissed him there, Connor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur.
The Teofimo Lopez vs Shakur Stevenson showdown is now ignited not just by skill, but by the press conference drama, where Stevenson's slap made headlines and instantly shifted the psychological battlefield. Lopez has repeatedly shown he can stay calm under pressure, respond strategically to provocation, and turn intensity into advantage, while Stevenson's impulsive actions risk losing momentum before the fight even begins. Fans debate whether Stevenson can maintain composure against Lopez's calculated aggression and world-class experience, especially given Lopez's history against elite fighters like Lomachenko. Analysts and former fighters agree this fight won't just be about punches, it will be a test of brains, timing, and mental fortitude. The slap serves as a warning that Stevenson may overreact, while Lopez thrives on such moments to impose his will. Who will control the ring when it matters most? Can Stevenson recover from his mistakes, or will Lopez turn this into a masterclass? The stage is set for an unforgettable clash.